Listen carefully.
Hi guys, I'm Vicky from Grow for Dinner, and this is my site about urban farming. I'm at the side of my house right now. Basically, when you're trying to grow fruits and vegetables, you need some sun. You don't always need 100% direct sunlight, but you need some regular sunlight. I'm going to recommend like 6 hours at least. So where we live, there are a lot of trees, and so it's mostly shady. I found a spot at the side of my house. I don't use it for anything else, so I'm going to use it to grow potatoes. And I'm growing potatoes in these 2 large bins. And I have 2 different types of potatoes that I'm going to grow. We've got Russian blue, and this one is called banana potato. So let me show you what these potatoes look like. And I'll tell you right now, this is the first time I've ever grown potatoes, and so it's kind of shocking how this works. So here's a potato. It looks very much like a potato that you've seen before, but check these out. This is, and I'm sure you've seen this when you've left the potatoes in your cupboard a little bit too long, they start to grow eyes. So you can actually take a potato that you have from your cupboard, if it's got eyes on it, pop it into the ground, and then grow some more potatoes. Some people wouldn't recommend that you do that because the potatoes that come from the grocery store, you don't know what kind of chemicals are on them. Or the other thing I want to tell you is each eye is where the potato sprouts from. So if you don't have that many potatoes, I've got a whole bunch of potatoes that I can plant, but if you don't have very many, you can actually cut it. Make sure you cut it between the eye, and you can cut it into several pieces as long as you have 1 or 2 eyes on each piece. But because I have a lot of potatoes, I'm just going to put the whole thing right in. So you see I've got 2 bins. I'm going to use this one for the white potato, and then this one for the purple potato. Actually, I'm going to switch it around, because I want more purple potatoes and I feel like this container is larger. So I'm going to start with the purple potatoes. Here they are. It is a purple potato. These have got tons of eyes on them. And guys, look at how far my hand is going down into this bin. It's about a quarter full of dirt. That same dirt that I use everywhere all over my garden. It's soil, it has compost in it. It's nice and moist. And I'm going to take these and I'm going to just going to place it along the bottom, and I'm going to put 4 in there. The reason that you don't want to fill up the container is because potatoes grow up. So I'm going to, as I lay the potatoes out, they're going to start to grow up. So as the potatoes grow up, you just add more soil. And then my husband's bringing around some soil. I'm just going to cover it in about 1 or 2 inches of soil, and then wait for the sprouts to grow. As the sprouts grow, then I'll add more soil until it reaches close to the top, and then it's going to be quite a while before you see any potatoes. You're probably not going to see them until like maybe September or October. So you'll know that these potatoes are ready to harvest when you see a whole bunch of potato vines, and they'll start to die off or they'll start to flower, and that's when it's time to harvest them. So that brings me to the reason that I put them into these bins compared with just throwing them into the ground, because you can't put the potatoes directly into the ground and do the same kind of thing. You have to dig a deeper hole, and I don't know if you will yield as many potatoes, especially since my soil has a lot of clay in it. I don't know how deep the potatoes would go, but when I put it into here, looking around into the garden, I don't know where the potatoes are because I can't see them, and digging my shovel down and probably piercing one or some of the potatoes. Instead of that, put them into a container, and when the potatoes are ready, I can either just dig around in this bin for the potatoes, or take the whole bin and then just dump it out, and ta-da, I will see all of the potatoes. So that's it for potatoes. That's it for now. See you next week. In the meantime, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like me on Facebook. Visit growfordinner.com and leave me a comment, ask me a question, send me a tip on how I can improve my garden. I'd love to hear from you. Bye for now.